Oh, hey there, and welcome. Oh, that's a big papa to the Ope-Eh Three-Way Pro Wrestling Podcast. On this episode 74, had ourselves a little bit of a break ski. Gotta tie up some loose ends and change some tires. But we're back in the game. I'm feeling all right. My name is Brandon. This is my boy, as always, Pierce. Pierce, how are you feeling today?
What's going on? You guys are enjoying my new camera. It's nice HD. You can see all the imperfections on this imperfect face.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to be back. It's always a blast to record every Wednesday. New episodes every Thursday. If you don't know, now you know. Shout out to Biggie Smalls. I'm not going to finish that sentence. But
joking.
Probably didn't expect that joke, did you?
Just got back from break, and all of a sudden, I'm just fucking it up.
It is a beautiful Wednesday. Not a lot going on in the wrestling scene right now. But we got a big couple months ahead of us. WrestleMania is 2 months away. People are already saying that that WrestleMania is screwed because Triple H can't book shit. They're all morons. It's 9 weeks to WrestleMania. Let the fucking card build and play out, and we'll get there.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, we got one blockbuster match, right?
And it's the biggest match they can do. And for the people that are saying that Finn Balor needs to be added, I love Finn Balor. I love him. I'm glad he's got Catch Your Breath back. That is a fucking perfect theme, especially because it seems like he's going to turn face again. But it's not going to happen. It was never going to happen. This isn't 2014 or 2024 again. And even then, 2024, they switched it real quick. 2014, it took 6 weeks and somebody quitting the company, or technically being fired from the company, for them to finally be like, yeah, we need to put Daniel Bryan there. Finn Balor is not Daniel Bryan. So
no, he ain't like that. No. But, I mean, he's been showered with praise a lot lately, so I'm hoping he gets something.
But it's not the same. It ain't the same. He will get something big at Mania, probably a Dom match, and we can finally split up the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
But before we get into what we're doing today, which is pretty simple, we're keeping it light, breezy, easy, cover girl. I want to talk about the past for a second. So if you can indulge me, I got to press a button.
You know me.
1993, on this day, legendary Kerry Von Erich would pass away. He was very young. I believe he was 33. Former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former WWF Intercontinental Champion, part of the Von Erich wrestling family. Rest in peace and well wishes to that family as always, because they deserve it. And 1996, In Your House 6, Bret Hart retains the WWF Championship against Diesel in a steel cage. There's two things that I want to talk about from that pay-per-view besides that match. This was just after Diesel put in his 90 days that he was leaving. And this was the first ever February pay-per-view for the WWF, believe it or not.
Oh, really? That's an interesting bit of trivia.
We'll jump ahead. 2007, No Way Out 2007. I'll talk about the main event because it's a kind of an odd main event. The two main events of WrestleMania, there's only one main event, but they did Raw and SmackDown main events. The competitors in each match faced each other, with John Cena and Shawn Michaels defeating Undertaker and Batista after Batista turned on the Undertaker near the end of the match. It's a weird sell for a pay-per-view. It doesn't really, I don't know. It's 2000. It's mid-2000s WWE. They weren't sure what they were doing.
Yeah,
they would not for 15 years.
Yeah, it's weird. They had that odd fetish of like booking, like, big name with big name,
It's just putting names in a match that means nothing.
well, right.
It doesn't make sense to me. It's putting names in a match, which is, I guess, fine for like a B-level pay-per-view, but it's do something. Make us think that Batista's not going to be champion going into Mania. Make us think Cena's going to lose it going into Mania, Do something for us fans to be like, oh, an event is going to be screwed up. What they're doing now.
Right. Yeah, it's very representative of that old stereotype that they've been carrying on for a long time about, they start with the will they, won't they? And then, you get your guy who's winning like right before Mania, and you're like, oh, like he's definitely not going to win at Mania. And, whoever's holding the belt up at the end, they're going to be left facing the lights once Mania is all said and done. Yeah, that's the one thing that was kind of irksome, right? It's predictable, but.
And then we'll jump ahead 1 year. Ric Flair is announced as the first inductee to the 2008 WWE Hall of Fame. He was the first active competitor to ever be inducted into the Hall of Fame, I believe, followed by, at the time, Sting and Kurt Angle, and then Rey Mysterio. So,
I was about to say maybe like Beth Phoenix too, but I believe she had retired by that point, right?
She's been technically retired. She's had a few random pop-ins here or there, but it's not like she's been consistently working.
Sure.
But last Saturday we had Grand Slam Australia. It was midday Friday that it happened, or I don't know what time it happened. It was, it's down under, time's different.
Yeah, everything's upside down over there anyway.
In the first match, Jon Moxley would face Konosuke Takeshita for the Continental Championship, added in a time limit draw of 20 minutes. Looked like a lot of fun. I think this run for Moxley has been great so far, especially since he's turned face. I'm putting in air quotes. I really don't know, because the rest of the Death Riders are still fucking assholes.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are we doing here?
I mean, a lot of times you ask that over the course of the Death Riders run, though, right? Wouldn't be the first time, won't be the last. The thing with Mox, though, like, I just think it's weird. Do you think it's weird that the Continental Championship is defended like a regular belt when you win it over the course of a round robin tournament?
Technically not, because they keep the Continental rules going throughout the year. So it's more like a tournament finale more than anything. I mean, they're doing a match tonight. It's Moxley versus Mark Davis in a eliminator, which I'm glad Davis is getting shine. He's got one of my favorite finisher names of all time.
The one for the fellas over at the RTJ. Close your eyes and count the puck.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good one. I will say this. Mark Davis wouldn't usually be my first pick for these sorts of things. He's a big Aussie boy. And he was one half of a really great tag team in Aussie Open at the time with Fletcher. But, putting him in another tag team with a guy who I would hope would have carried him to similar success in Jake Doyle, not Jake something no more. And then all of a sudden Jake Doyle tears his bicep. And it's like, well, fuck. So
yeah,
I felt kind of bad for
really
Mark.
Unfortunate. But they're pivoting in a good way, putting Mark in a mid-card title feud. And you could say Continental Championship's not mid-card. I feel like it is more mid-card than anything. But, like, it's a prize, and AEW likes to have prize fights. So let's just enjoy it.
Yeah, they do.
And speaking of prize fights, the Babes of Wrath, the greatest people on earth, Harley Cameron, Will Nightingale, defeated Mega Bad, Megan Bayne, and Penelope Ford. I didn't know that was their name. By pinfall to retain the AEW Women's World Tag Championship. After the match, Lena Cross would make her AEW debut by attacking the faces and joining up with the heels.
I thought it was funny that they announced that a Cross is going to be coming to AEW. Like they mentioned in some poster, Cross is coming to AEW, and people are like, oh, because you got Killer Carrion as MLW champion. They're affiliated with AEW. So you're like, maybe. But then all of a sudden, here's Lena. And man, they've got a pretty good draw of straws when it comes to like getting these very like Amazonian types of women. They've got, Lena, they've got, Megan, they've got Camille somewhere in a padded room, I'm sure, somewhere in a straitjacket. And then they also, let's not forget, Waterford's own Story Denali doing her thing out in Ring of Honor with the Premier Athletes. And Pierce, I'm sure I'm sure this is the only time I'm going to mention Ring of Honor
Um,
on this particular
I
episode.
don't believe you at all. But
I mean, we got it. Listen, Wisconsin's own brother. I watched her for Brew
I
City
will support
Wrestling.
Wisconsin. I
There
can't
you go.
support a dead promotion.
That's fine. You know what? That's A-okay. But I just got to throw that out there, and she is one of many who it's. I feel like that's maybe kind of a sidebar, but there's a lot of that. I feel like a lot of like just
Well,
really like
it's a light episode
large
today.
women.
Sidebar when you want to, but not too much ROH sidebarring. If I can,
That's fair.
throw that out there.
Oh, we're done with that. But just lots of big women in the game nowadays. Like you got your Lash Legends, your Stories, your Camille's, your Banes, your Rias. Like
I feel
pretty
like
wild.
there's a joke that can be made there from Futurama, but I'm not going to make it because it's not PC anymore.
Oh, come on. Everyone loves Futurama.
You know what I mean. And I hope people listening and watching understand it.
There are many, many, many great jokes from that episode, I will say.
Because it's a fucking classic. Oh
yes, absolutely.
In the next match, Hangman Adam Page would defeat Andre El Idolo to receive a world championship match at Revolution, 16 minutes. Great. Andrade is getting the push of his life and like showing that he should be where he is, and it's fucking rightfully deserved. And he's been underrated forever. He was underrated his first go around in AEW. He was underrated his first go around in WWE. He's underrated his second go around in WWE. And now they're showing that this guy could be a fucking main event player, and they absolutely fucking should. In 3 weeks, he beat Kenny, Swerve, and barely lost to Hangman.
Right.
Fuck, man.
With world title ramifications.
And we'll talk about the main event in a minute, but like the main event we're now getting at Revolution is a rematch from last year's Revolution. Spoiler, but it's a warranted world title program. When Hangman was champion, he had a world title match against Kyle Fletcher to close out a pay-per-view, and Donnie was talking about miss you, Don, by the way.
Always.
That he doesn't think that those two guys could close a pay-per-view. He thought one was a name you can close a pay-per-view with, but he doesn't think Kyle Fletcher was there. Two names that are closing out Revolution this year, that's a pay-per-view closer.
Mm-hmm.
That you put that anywhere on a pay-per-view, but they should be, their name should be in the lights and headlining.
Yeah, on the note of Kyle Fletcher, I was watching the Denise Salcedo stream, and someone brought up in the super chats where people are talking about Kyle Fletcher and his matches like people used to, and like this guy used to talk about like Will Ospreay's matches. Like Kyle Fletcher, to my knowledge, and to kind of echo the sentiment that was put out there, Kyle Fletcher, I don't think, from my recollection, has had a bad match since he went singles. Especially since he started winning gold.
His life since mid or late 2024, and I mean, you look at his matches with Ospreay, you look at his matches with Mark Briscoe, you look with his matches with fucking Dustin Rhodes. It's all quality, and the dude's what, 26, and the sky is the fucking limit. He's up next. We'll talk about his match next. We'll quickly talk about the match before. Orange Cassidy Timeless Tony Storm defeated Death Riders Wheeler Yuta and Marina Shafir. Yuta got pinned, so he got his head shaved. Another bald guy in the Death Riders, and it's Yuta, and that's funny. I love Wheeler Yuta. I'm one of the few, the few of the proud Wheeler Yuta fans. And I think that's just funny that there's another bald person in the Death Rider. I would have liked to see it be Marina. I think that would have been interesting.
I wish it would have been too. I thought the team was going to get sheared. I thought Marina.
Speaking of Marina, did you see that Ronda Rousey is coming out of retirement from MMA to fight on a Netflix card against Gina Carano? 10 years too late.
That's very interesting. I can't say that I'm surprised. I mean, Ronda's been really trying to become relevant again, I feel. She's been on a lot of interviews, running a lot of mouth, talking a lot of smack. I mean,
she's a boisterous person, and like her MMA run when it happened was like lightning in a bottle.
Revolutionary.
But
And then Holly Holm happened.
The game passed her by. You look past that, and then it's Amanda Nunes, who is by and far the greatest women's fighter of all time, bar none at this point. So it's like, I don't know. But I thought that was fun. Mark Fletcher defeats Mark Briscoe, 16 minutes in a ladder match. There was a brain buster from the top of a ladder. That's insane.
Why would you? I mean, even on Mark Briscoe, like you got to question the integrity in that, right? Like Mark Briscoe's got kids, man. He's got kids. I think we're up to 8 now, but yeah, it's brother. For the love of the game, right? But holy shit, like you ain't even won the title yet, boy. Like you gotta slow.
I wish Ciampa would have got a more sustained reign. I'm understanding why they went back to Fletcher for the Australia show, and like I think him and Ciampa are gonna have a really fun feud coming up, and like this is like the most invigorated we've seen Ciampa since Black and Gold NXT ended, and I mean, dude got a title, his first match in a promotion. Sign of good things, and like the Psycho Killer again.
Well, yeah, I'd like to see how a Psycho Killer responds to a guy chasing him around with a screwdriver. You know, that's bound to come up at some point, and I'd like to see Ciampa really get down in that kind of respect in an AEW ring, because clearly, like, there's a few less fucks that are given in an AEW ring versus a WWE ring, and it's not like Ciampa doesn't have shit to live for, right? Like, but that motherfucker needs to like get out there.
Did a 1-for-1 trade. They did Ciampa for Royce Keys, Powerhouse Hobbs, and I think Royce fits the WWE mold and better than Ciampa did, and Ciampa fits the AEW better than Royce did. So I think it's fair. And like it's Mark Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher, they can put that on the shelf for a fucking while. Our matches have all been fun. There's been a lot of crazy shit that's happened in them, but park it, come back to it at a later point. Maybe when Kyle finally wins the world title, Mark's like, you don't know redneck kung fu, fucking reach for the sky, boy. It's Mark Briscoe. It's entertainment. And like
something about a shark and a gorilla. That was a great promo.
Crazy bullshit that doesn't make any sense.
I love unhinged Mark Briscoe, man. He's fucking hilarious.
And in the main event, MJF would retain his AEW World Championship, defeating Brody King. The setup for this match is fucking awesome, with Hangman pissing off Max and then Brody squashing him. And like then they go out and have a banger. And they could have put the title on Brody. I don't think it would have. I think it would have been fine, but I don't think it would have been the right choice.
Oh no, not when Max is just getting started. I mean, if they want to pad his resume with quantity a little bit more, because you figure he's going to get the belt back at first opportunity, right? Like
let Max have a run, not as long as his first run, and just let him. Don't turn him face at all. Let Max be healed. They organically turned Max face. They didn't have a choice his first run, because Better Than You, baby, despite the ending, that summer is again, it's lightning in a bottle, for lack of a better term. It was fucking awesome. And then they had a face versus face main event in Wembley, and it was beautiful. And like this was beautiful violence. And then there were some chants that I don't want to talk about, but it's like they're gonna follow Brody forever now, and that's probably okay with Brody.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they could have, based on that, right, put the belt on him just for just a fucking fun little swerve.
It would have been. And then when Kurt Angle beat Steve Austin in 2001 after 9/11. And then you just got to capture the moment, just get the heat of it, and then let it dissipate for a little bit. It would have looked like a shitty political stunt, and I'm glad they didn't.
Brody, I mean, and Brody
should win a world championship at some point. I think he is one of the best performers in AEW. I met him last year. You were there. He was nothing but kind, and like
Yeah, seen him.
a gentle giant, which was cool to see. But like, dude is just
Mhm.
very down to earth, willing to have a conversation. Got a nice picture with him. Hounds of hell, dude. Just
Mhm.
fucking, he's great. And MJF is, I mean, I understand why people don't like his shtick. He says a lot of the same shit. He talks a lot of shit. But like, we need somebody like MJF. We do. And could some of his promos say that he's maybe jumped the shark? Sure. But I still think he's still doing well. Because like when
Mhm.
he's in his bag and it's not just shit talking and you let that guy just fucking go. And it's not just
Mhm.
the same shit like, oh, I fucked your mom. You guys suck. This, that, and the other thing, Tony's a mark, that everything. If he doesn't have that and he just fucking goes
Yep.
and tears his opponent down, it's him and Punk that are at the top of that mountain right now. Who's
Can't
not
argue with
just
it.
half over because of his entrance, Brandon. I want to throw that
Half
one
is
out.
pretty. I mean, half. Well, when you look at how many people are just singing the song, right, coming out, like
But
there's
CM Punk is on the run of his life, and you're like, half of his overness is because of his entrance. And me and Donnie were like, seriously?
I
And that's
mean,
a fair fucking reaction.
I will say this. So about MJF particularly, had you watched his interview with CVV? With his sit down more recently?
I've listened to about half of it, and it's a very good interview.
It is. And a lot of people had made comment about comparing to his first interview with CVV back probably around AEW's first year, thereabout, I want to say.
It was right before Double or Nothing.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because like they were going to put the ship on him and he was one of the potentials for main character at that point, right? Like they were very high on him, clearly. But you look at him, who he was then, and you look at who he is now, and just the development. And a lot of him is still the same, but there's those little nuances that are you can tell that he's matured in his mind and in the way he, kind of treats the craft. And he talked about his experience with Punk, and he talked about how much he learned the distinction of being good and great. And it really makes you think, man. Like MJF might very well be, it might be not be a stretch to say that he probably is going to be like the next CM Punk archetypical figure in pro wrestling for the next 10, 15 years. Right. I I don't know that he stays in AEW forever. Like he's talked about that too. He's like, whoever's willing to pay me, I'm willing to shout 3 letters from the top of the rooftops if they're going to put enough money in front of me to do it.
I think there's so much money on the table for him in WWE.
Oh God, yeah.
He would be the person to swap sides, and I'm gonna say this directly to the camera. There is no sides. Tribalism is fucking stupid. Wrestling is healthy right now. Enjoy it. I've said that a million times, and I'll say it a million more fucking times. He's the person that swaps brands, and they maybe play teases music a little bit, some vignettes. He's coming in the Rumble. He's winning that fucking Rumble and main eventing WrestleMania, probably against Cody Rhodes, because that is the story to run.
Really, there's a million stories to run for MJF and WWE, right? From like low to top in the card, right? Like you got like The Miz just for your ha-has, right? You got, Jericho ain't going to be around for MJF.
Depending on how long CM Punk is still around for.
You said 50.
There's another chapter there that they could run, because even though that is a front to back perfect wrestling story on the AEW side, there's much more. You got him and Oba would tell a great him and Rick on the mic together. Like there's a lot we could talk about, but going into Revolution, it's him versus Hangman again. Last year Hangman got the win. I don't think we'll talk about that when I believe Kicking Out Pod will be joining us in 2 weeks for that.
That'll be a fun one. Oh yeah.
Long time coming. Love those guys over there.
KOP.
It's a little easier to say Max. I think last year I said Max was going to win because I thought Hangman was still in this heel stage, but this is clearly I guess a lot of people are quote unquote turning on Hangman right now because of that photo that was a few weeks ago that we had talked about.
Oh, brother. Yeah.
Calm down. It's okay.
Well, and like fucking, and it wasn't even Hangman, I don't think, who circulated that. I think that was Marty who put that out there.
It was
right?
Marty.
Like, so that's not on Hangman. Like, people can. It's a very hairy situation, right?
But it's Hangman's a person, and the wrestling world is full of fucking carnies.
Yes.
Look how many of wrestlers were at Vince's 80th birthday party.
Right.
And
yeah, our WWE Undisputed Champion was among those, I believe.
Was he? Yeah, he was. Yeah, there's
it was Shamo.
Fucking Sheamus.
Yeah.
And like,
but
it's just calm down. It's okay.
My God, it's just annoying. They got to put people in front of a fucking tribunal for every little movement and every little photo that's taken and every little shadow they cast. Like, come on now. Like, everybody agrees that Marty's got his issues, right? He's had that. It's followed him. That's why he's in Puerto Rico right now, and like nobody else will take him, and that's what that is, right? But like, people are complicated, and situations are complicated.
Oh, it is.
And I think
people are complicated. That's all you have to say, Brandon. I don't
exactly
want to with what you're saying, but like, that's the end of the sentence. That's the end of the.
I mean, right?
That's everything. And
yes.
I don't know. It's just there's shades of gray everywhere.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Right. Exactly.
Let's see what else is going on. I've seen a lot of discourse online about AJ Lee right now. People are saying the wrestling world is kind of passed her by. I don't think that's true. That promo on Monday was kind of but like it also people are saying why is she still skipping? Why is she doing this? It's like, does she need to evolve her character? Probably, but right now we're still in the midst of the nostalgia welcome back run because people are like, where's she been? Where's she been? She's got a life outside of professional wrestling. It's fucking clear. And like, let her just do this nostalgia run to Mania, and then maybe you get a heel turn. Maybe you get a change of character. Like, calm down. Like, nobody's being ruined, and like everything in between. I'll say this: the one thing that's being ruined is TKO ticket pricing. It's like I don't want to get too far into it, but like they need to not look at. I know they're pricing WWE like it's UFC, and you can't do it.
Nope.
It's prize fighting versus scripted entertainment.
Yes.
The point of a prize fight is that it's going to bring in your highest bidders, and like there's reason that tickets for fucking Mike Tyson's fights back in the day were fucking insane because it was a prize fight. It's the same for UFC. WWE. They can make an argument that it's a prize fight, but it's technically not. And then on top of that, people are mad that Dom Mysterio has gotten a fucking dude wife sponsorship. It's like, don't you understand that these motherfuckers need to make money too? This is a huge opportunity, not just for Dom, every wrestler in the back in WWE.
And honestly, Dom, of all people, that is the perfect endorsement for him. Like, if you're going to start off, besides the Slim Jim thing with LA Knight, besides the Prime deal with Logan Paul, Dude Wipes and Dom go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like, you really could.
You're mad that it's going to be on his gear, but I guarantee you won't
brother,
notice it. Like,
it's fine. It's funny.
Kind of like iffy about things on the mat for sponsors, and like, I barely notice that stuff anymore. Like, it just
well, you acclimate to it, right? But Dom, I feel like Dom, it's genius of them to use Dom in that role too, because A, it's funny, and B, when you look at it categorically, Dom is arguably like the most marketable, and when you consider his popularity and his overness, not just in the United States, but also like in Mexico and Latin America too. Like, Dom is doing a lot. He's doing a lot of hustle, and he's a hustle machine. Besides, people knew him as that even before, the purchase of AAA and before he became the Mega Campeón and all that other shit, right? But like, he's doing a lot of good promotion. He has the capability to do a lot of good marketing for WWE and to work with sponsors and to, put things over. Like, Dom is the guy for that. So it's one of those things where you just got to say, like you say, it's fine. It's what it is.
What's not fine is whatever's in that box that's not getting opened up till fucking Elimination Chamber.
What's in the box?
It's not Jericho.
Yeah, we found that out. Yeah, that kind of pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie. That's a very petty, you know. Maybe it's not petty. Maybe it's just good business. But
I have no earthly idea what it could be. People are saying it could be Bad Bunny. People are saying it could be, I don't know. Maybe it's fucking
a new era.
The Undertaker is just in that box, and it's like
booking AAA in the box.
You know, does that like I don't know. It's
Taker in a lucha mask.
Could be them saying, "Hey, the Hall of Fame is going to be its own event again. They're not going to have it at 11 at night, or anytime after 9 p.m. anywhere in the world." Because oh boy, that's brutal. But like I don't know. Next week, Wells Mania. Buddy Wells will be joining us. Very excited to have him on. Hopefully Donnie can join because he once again is still a real fucking person.
We need to stamp this. We need to nip this like right in the bud.
Maybe we'll invite Pluggo on too. Just to fucking
send him the link, just like, here, we're gonna prove something to you.
But we were keeping it light today. There's not much going on in the wrestling world right now, but we got a fucking packed 2 months coming on.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that more next week. Brandon, is there anything else you wanted to bring up before I send us home?
It's weird. It's like it's only been a half hour today. But
there's not much going on, man. And
no, there ain't.
Honestly, I'm okay with it because we got a packed schedule.
Bro, I'm gonna be getting up.
Great Lakes next event, March 21st, Circle B. Should be a great time. They put on great shows. Shout out to the Heroes.
Yep, I got to get me some Brew City Wrestling tickets here pretty soon too. They had a Rhino at their last event, I guess, but I totally missed that one.
Signed.
Yes, yeah, I got my my Good Brothers picture that I got signed by them right over on the mantle there. You never know who you're going to run into at these local shows, man.
I got to get this stuff.
Oh yeah, you got your nice little strip of wall there that's just begging to be filled up.
But
yeah. I'm going to be in Fort Lauderdale for the next couple of days, so hopefully I don't know. I thought I saw something. Did Najee say he was going back to Florida? Or did I misread something?
He was thinking about it. He doesn't know yet. Well,
I mean, maybe I skirt around the Orlando area. I mean, I'll be in Fort Lauderdale, but, hop in the skip.
Enjoy the fucking nice weather, man. It's been nice weather here lately, but it's,
Bro, I'm going to be the color of my shirt by the time you see me next time.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Well, maybe I might in there.
Next time. This has been your favorite podcast saying, thanks for stopping to the Ope 3-Way. Have a beer on us, and we will see you next time. Have a great night.